Hello, welcome to Sound Bites. I'm your host, Holly Whitfield from the Daily Memphian. I'm here with our guest, Shayne Diaz, owner of Kuya, a new Filipino and Asian restaurant coming soon to South Main. Welcome.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you so much for being here. I know that you just got great news about a grant from the Downtown Memphis Commission to help you get the restaurant ready, and you literally came from where you're working in the space right now to bring the noodles to the people.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited and stoked about this. So work is work.
Work is work.
Yeah.
We'll keep talking about this for sure, and I really want to get into the food and also a really cool trip you took recently. But first, I have to tell the people that Soundbites is the Daily Memphian's food, drink, and dining podcast. It's part of our free podcast series, along with the AMDM Daily News Update. We have new Soundbites episodes every week. You can listen to them live-ish on WYXR Radio Thursdays at 11. You can sign up on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Make sure you won't miss an episode. Don't like the app thing? Sometimes I'm not in the mood to stare at my phone, so I stare at my computer instead, and you can listen to Soundbites by doing that at dailymemphian.com. Go to the food section, just click over to Soundbites. That is the end of my spiel for today. Let's get back to Shayne. Thank you again for taking time out of a whirlwind moment in your life. But let's back up. Let's start with you. Are you from Memphis?
Actually, I first came to America when I was 9, and I landed in West Memphis, Arkansas for a couple of years. And then I ended up growing up in South Haven, Mississippi till I was 18. Mm-hmm. And then whenever I kind of grew up adulting, I moved to Memphis around 18, 19 years old, and kind of had my feet in around teenager years when I had my permit and drive to the city anytime I wanted to. So pretty long time now, I guess, like 11 years. So
okay. Yeah, that's really exciting. I'm also from Mississippi. Yeah, right on. Okay, so aside from that, how did you get into cooking? How did you get into food? Start at the beginning. People come to this way of life from all different paths. It's always interesting.
For sure.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I used to be a rock climber. We had Brad McCarley on a few weeks ago, so.
Oh my God.
And he was saying that. So what's your story?
Actually, this is crazy. It starts off with being in Filipino culture. Most people that came to America are usually nurses, right? Mm-hmm. And my mom, out of high school, she was like, you need to be a nurse. You need to go to pre-med. You need to go to biology, do all that. And I did that. And I actually dropped out of pre-med school and biology to go to pre-med, and that was my focus. And I've kind of declined a little bit into my joy, and I knew something was off, and I kind of rebelled out while I was in school. Typically Asian culture, we don't usually work until we're finished with school because they're so strict.
Right.
Asian tiger parent. Is that tiger Asian parents, whatever?
Yeah, it's like Tiger Mom from a few years ago.
Oh, for sure. And so whenever I kind of rebelled out and I started working in the industry, I loved it little by little, but it was like a slap on the face because it was like, I've never worked. What do I do? I'm not really great at my job. So I kind of jumped in different restaurants and I just got stuck with it and I loved it. But the thing is, I always worked in front of house.
Yes.
But I was always curious of how could he do that? How could he do this? How could he do this? And so when my curiosity has brought me into falling in love with cooking by watching TikTok and YouTube videos, before TikTok popped up, I did YouTube videos.
Yes.
So it just started on how to cook scrambled eggs, how to perfect this, how to, do that. But really, what thrived in my house and in my household was my dad's cooking.
Yes.
And I know people are probably tired of hearing me say my dad's my biggest influence, but it's been a real journey with him because he was actually the stay-at-home dad. My mom, I'm so sorry, Mom, but she is not very great at cooking because she was always at the hospitals.
Right.
So he would every single night after school, even if you want to go to the movie, kids want to go to the movies or skating rink or whatever it is. Well, I had to be at home by 6:30 to be at dinner table every single time.
Very important.
Very, very family style. But his story of cooking kind of pushed me into sticking with the whole industry thing, and I've learned the ins and outs of it. but I was very focused on front of house. So the time I would get off work or even wake up early in the morning, I would actually practice of like cooking.
Yes.
It's simple as that. Yeah. But
What kind of things did he make?
oh my God. Mostly Filipino dishes. He's very like authentic and he's true to his colors. Like he loved Filipino food. And it's because he loved drinking. So in our culture, like when you're drinking, you have to eat. And in America, we just drink cocktails and enjoy it sometimes, but it's always partnered with a cocktail or a beer. But he loved cooking like sinigang or even like bulalo. It's like very meaty and soup base and stew base, but some of our food is fried as well. So it's like anything that you can match with white rice, he can cook in Filipino dish. So yeah.
So he would be making that for you. You'd all be gathered around and
every single night. Like I've never met a man that was so driven to making dishes for their kids, but at the time, we were kind of a little ungrateful for it because we're like, it's 6:30, you have plans, like, we gotta do homework, gonna be piano lessons, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, like, he made sure that we enjoy the dish and
here you are.
Yeah. So I'm him now.
So did he teach you anything, train? You mentioned YouTube and TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And you mentioned his cooking, but you didn't say... He's in the kitchen saying, do this, do that.
Yeah, so my dad actually was one of those, how people are like, you're in my kitchen, I would not like you to be in the way.
Yes.
And so actually I have photographic memory and he's done it so many times and I would watch what he does. And then I would compare it to a YouTube video and be like, oh, he makes it this way. But, everybody's dish is so different, but the basics of how he makes those dishes, by looking at it and being so familiar with it, that I knew that it was easy to just kind of move forward and like just start from there and just loving the dish over and over and over again. Yeah.
You mentioned you worked in front of the house for a while. What are some of the places that you worked that listeners may have been to or heard about?
I worked at a lot of Japanese, Asian style restaurants. Actually was based off in Olive Branch at the time, working at Urban Fusion, and they're a family sister restaurant, and then Akita for a while, and then whenever Takashi opened later on, which is one of their restaurants they owned, opened up like almost 5.5 years ago, I moved over there, and sushi, hibachi, Thai food, so something around the realm of Southeast Asian culture, so... Yeah.
So I hear those are your plans for Kuya. Of course, you're going to be cooking some of your Filipino dishes, but there's going to be other Asian dishes as well. Can you paint a picture for us? What is the menu going to be like? And I know you've done pop-ups too, so I want to talk about that. But what can people expect on the menu?
So I wanted to do small plates and family bites, like family style. It's more of like I did a couple of dishes at my pop-ups. My pop-ups were actually the time to test try what I wanted to put on the menu.
Yes.
So which one sold great, which one sold okay, and which one people loved. So I've kind of cut it down to 6, 7. Perfect. to around 8 dishes. But I wanted to do small plates and some shareables and make a sampler for every single small plate. But it's the typical, the lumpia or like the adobo, but make it cooler with the bao buns or something ube. And like, I can't give away too much of it. People who've been to the pop-ups know what it is, but I wanted to kind of make it a surprise and make it a twist. But it's something traditional, but more modern and fun. So, yeah.
Okay. What's the best-selling dish from the pop-up?
The lumpia.
Okay,
actually.
Tell me about it.
So the lumpia is usually, everyone, like what I said earlier, everyone has different ingredients. It's like your grandma, your auntie, your dad, whatever. Well, I wanted to kind of learn to a different style. It's like, if you guys knew what Jollibee is, it's the best, my favorite. I love fried chicken. It's a Filipino fried chicken fast food place, and they sell these burgers and fries and chicken. Mm-hmm. And one of their burgers, it's so good. I grew up eating it, and I wanted to turn into a lumpia version because it's so traditional. Like,
Yes.
everyone know what lumpia, everyone know what an egg roll was. And it's like, how can we make this more fun? So that was like kind of the influence into making that dish to a more fun Filipino dish. But yeah, the lumpia is so good.
And this is what people will stand up for.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. It was killed. Like, I made 250 at my first pop-up, and it sold out in an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where was that?
At Good Fortune.
Okay.
My friends, they're amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have had them on the podcast,
Oh,
and
they're so
we got to
good.
get them back.
Yes.
So, yeah, how have you worked with them?
Oh my God, being Sarah and Arturo's friend is such a blessing. I actually met them at Takashi.
Mm-hmm.
They were actually my regulars at the time. And I can't shut up sometimes. You know, talking is kind of a great thing, but too much is like, I don't know. Yeah. But luckily, it came at a great point of meeting and making connections with these people because they're so humble, and you would have not, at the time, I did not know, you know? I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
But them welcoming me in their own space and with open arms and helping me through this process has been such a relief, knowing that there are people that are supportive towards you and are willing to help even if they're busy in their own lives, especially having their own place, you know. But they have gave me great advice, a hand, a hug, you know, words, and they've been nothing but positive in my life. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Being able to kind of connect with their regulars and the people that are fans of their restaurant who are already going to be open for kind of a modern take on traditional dishes is super smart too. In addition, they're really cool.
They're super cool. Yeah.
Okay. I want to go back a little bit because I'm imagining you like watching your videos, looking at TikTok, thinking about the memories you have of your dad. Was there something that you made yourself that was the dish that you made you say, wait a minute, like, this is what I'm about to do for my life, for this part of your life. Like, this is going to be my career. I know that you, like, kind of came to it over time working in the restaurants, but, like, as far as you on the line.
In, like, general and recently, or, like, whenever it's, like,
go back and then... And tell us the old one and the new one, if you can. I just love hearing chefs talk about their food specifically.
Oh, my God. Actually, there's a story. One night, so my girlfriend works in the industry, too. She's a manager at Good Fortune. Mm-hmm. And so our hours are, like, we eat really, really late at night. And that's our, you know, love language is cooking. And I remembered one time, scallops is like a pain to cook. You know, you can either food is very hard. You overcook it or undercook it, right? And I remember one night we tried to, like, take things out of the pantry, and we're, like, sitting here and we're like, oh my God, like, let's decide what should we cook? Because, you know, it's late, we can't go to the grocery store. But I remembered picking up scallops from the restaurant, and I was like, you know what? We're going to cook this tonight. We're going to be bougie. Yes. And I remembered cooking that scallop so perfect. In my eyes, it's perfect, but I don't know anybody else's. But I remember being, like, years ago, and I was like, wow, I did this. I want to keep doing this. I love this feeling, you know? And it's like, that's one of the times I was like, okay, like, I think I can do this. But scallops. That's the story of it. Yeah, as simple as that.
Delicious. I love scallops.
Me too.
Good stuff. Okay, let's talk about Kuya and the restaurant itself. We mentioned you got a grant from Downtown Memphis Commission, plus you've got your own investment in the place. This is the former Bedrock Eats and Sweets location at South Main, and it's like, and what's the cross street? Is it like?
Is it Pontotoc? No, Pontotoc. I think Pontotoc. Yeah.
Yes. Do you remember when Frank's Deli was in that location a million years ago? It probably closed in like 2012 or something. That was in there before Bedrock, and it was kind of like this little convenience store. Like, they had all kind of stuff, and in the back they were slinging sandwiches. They had like a smoked chicken, avocado, something in that space. And when I worked at the Commercial Appeal, we would get it delivered because it was pretty close to the office downtown. So that was Frank's. And
I wish I tried it.
It was so good. They were great. I think about them all the time. But I'm excited for the new things that have happened and will be happening there. So then there was Bedrock, of course, and now it's going to be you. How is the space going to be different? Like, obviously Bedrock came in and took this kind of like place that was filled with like convenience store, gas station store style shelves and like a back counter, and made it into more of like a little bistro cafe with the cold cases and kind of like homegrown, like waffles. Painting and the waffles, waffle mania, all good stuff.
Yeah.
What's your spin going to be?
I wanted to kind of to be a surprise because like this is going to be so crazy. Whenever we got approved for the grant, actually, we needed, before we got approved for the grant, part of the process was we needed to make like a mock-up of what the place is going to look like.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to tell you guys the truth.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of not go... I wanted to be a surprise, so I wanted to put a simple bar on it, right? But really, I'm actually working with a local Memphis artist.
Great.
Who's doing my walls, and which is my favorite guy in the world right now. I mean, he was, ever since I was 17 when I would drive around Memphis. Literally praise his mural. He's actually going to do my mural inside of the restaurant. It's gonna be a Japanese minimal style. Everything's gonna be super intentional. I'm actually doing the bathroom. And I love interior design. Like, my ADHD is just like, this is what I love, blah, 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 blah. But,
well, there's so many colors and textures and lighting and it's all the different things.
Yes, it's like, it's almost like cloudy with a chance of meatballs, you know, because my mind just goes everywhere. But I'm basing the colorways off of his style. And Japanese style, minimalistic, but still have a mid-century modern style with the seats. And then the bathroom's gonna look like Moroccan in a way with like a handmade mirror and all this stuff. But I'm not trying to gas myself up because maybe, you know, my eye is different from everybody else's eyes. But I wanted to keep the exterior work to be very simple. I wanted to respect what Bedrock was.
Yes.
I did not want to change it. I want to respect the way it is because I love the building the way it was. So I knew coming inside, I wanted everyone to be like, wow,
right.
Like, this is different, you know? So bar, seating, simple, you know, but different Japanese styles, whatever. Yeah.
Yes, so like outside still kind of this old school, more like vintage, like Main Street. You have a couple of historic restaurants in the area, like Green Beetle and so forth.
For sure.
And like, to me, I look at the sign and everything and it still has like, in my mind right now, it has a striped awning. I don't think it actually does.
It does.
It does? Okay.
Yeah.
But when you go inside,
you're gonna be
vibe change.
Oh my gosh.
A little shift. Okay.
Oh my God. Big speakers, music, everything. Hopefully I talk about it. Hopefully it'll come out the way I'm talking about it.
We're manifesting.
Yeah.
We're manifesting.
Yes, I hope so. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a moment just to remind listeners this is the Daily Memphian Sound Bites Food, Drink, and Dining Memphis podcast. Today we're talking with Shayne Diaz about her restaurant that's going to open at South Main, Kuya. It's going to be Pan-Asian, Filipino restaurant. If you're listening on WYXR, keep listening for the Sidebar podcast with Eric Barnes after this. If you're listening through your podcast app, go ahead and subscribe to this. That way you won't miss an episode. And if you're feeling frisky, you can leave us a review and Natalie Van Gundy will read it and print it out. And if it's nice, I don't know, maybe even if it's mean, we can get it framed. We need some art on our new podcast studio walls, so help us out. All right. Okay, I wanted to talk to you, Shayne. You have posted on Instagram. You recently took a very special trip. Tell us, where did you go? What did you do? What did you eat?
Oh my God. I want to cry every time I think about it because I fly to the Philippines almost like every couple of years, blah, 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 a blessing. But
Yes.
we never stop at Japan or Seoul because those are usually the stop in to connecting flight to the Philippines. But I got blessed and got lucky that my little brother wanted to take time to like have a long layover in Japan. So we actually took a couple of days in Tokyo, in Shinjuku, and we ate a lot. And
Yes.
there I learned a lot of things, especially someone that's worked in the Japanese restaurant for so long. You would think you know every dish, but every day it's a shock. Like, it was so beautiful, so clean, so delicious, we were eating ramen, homemade ramen. We were eating the typical Japanese breakfast, which would I rather have.
Yes.
Because it's literally fish, any choice of fish. It's like a long list of fish. Miso soup.
Yes.
Not the beans. And raw egg. It was so freaking good. And then we would have the typical sweets, you know, even the matcha. The matcha was I love matcha. That saves me every day. But tried that. And I'm trying to think of what else we ate. We ate so much. We ate literally every day. Sushi, sashimi, fresh fish, unlimited. I could not. That's like my weakness, you know, like sushi is the biggest thing. I love sushi. But heading home, oh my God. Of course, the first stop is Jollibee. I keep talking about Jollibee, but one day I'm going to own Jollibee. I want one so bad. But it's literally a fried chicken spaghetti burger spot, like what I said earlier. But man, the street food, the dirtier the food, the better, actually. Like, that's what we always grew up saying.
Yes.
We ate the fish cakes, and the quail eggs deep fried in flour and food coloring. It's so crazy. Dipped in vinegar. And then we had all the grilled, the street food grilled pork ears, pork blood.
Pork blood on the grill.
It's crazy. Chicken feet, like, that sounds so crazy, but to me it's so delicious. And it's like literally my childhood, because, you know, growing up poor, you have a couple dollars, you're not going to eat a whole meal. You're just going to go down the street and be like, okay.
Then we'll get some bites.
We'll get some bites. Yeah, it's really good. But my favorite was my aunt. My aunt actually is one of the best cooks ever. My dad's side of the family, amazing cook.
Very talented, yeah.
Very talented. And she cooked us like, she cooked egg rolls and she cooked pancit. Pancit is a Filipino dish that's like, everyone knows, you know, but everyone has their own take, like every other dish. And it's like she cooked it with chicken, shredded chicken, noodles, carrots, like very healthy, but the salt might be a little unhealthy, but it's very, very good. And everything is super fresh. We always make fresh food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I was very blessed to have that for a little while, that I didn't have to cook and someone else is cooking for me every single day. But I was like, it was very nostalgic. It was so delicious. So.
I bet it was a good time to gather inspiration. What are we going to see from your trip? You're going to get some chicken feet going down on South Main? I mean, why not?
One day, that's a dream. I wanted to like have a block party and just like grill, everyone bring their grills out and it's actually skewers. So everything's skewered up and cook it their own way and just sell it to people, you know. Have a couple of drinks, dance while eating skewers. So
that sounds fun to me. Yeah. So is that why you use this term snack bar? That's more just like talking about this style of food where you go and you try a little bit of this and you try a little bit of that and have the small plates.
For sure.
That's where that comes from.
Yeah, I think so. It's just like, I didn't want to overindulge people and be like, oh, a restaurant. You know, when we think of a restaurant, you have to have an appetizer, blah, 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 and this and that. I want everybody to like have a bite of everything. So, little snacks.
Okay, I love to eat like that, so I'm all about it. I want to try different things.
Sounds good.
Now, let's switch gears a little bit. You clearly have an enthusiasm for good eats. Where are some of your favorite places to go in Memphis when you're not cooking for yourself or your household?
Easy. Gus's.
Gus's?
I'm kidding. I know, I'm being for real. I love fried chicken. Fried chicken's my favorite food.
Do you think Gus's is the best in Memphis?
There's another spot. I'm thinking. Why can I not think, guys? This is tough. Yeah, no, Gus's is the best in my eyes. It's the closest to the fast food place. But to my heart, if I'm not cooking, easiest, Good Fortune.
Yeah.
Of course. I live on South Main. I live in the same building as Catherine and Mary's. So same floor and everything. So I literally can just walk there. My girlfriend brings some food as well. So it's very convenient. But Gus's and Good Fortune. And I live right in the corner of those places.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Simple.
What's your Good Fortune order? When you're not just getting brought like door delivery.
Yeah, and people are gonna laugh because like I call this my kids' meal. It's literally chicken wings and white rice, but really I'll eat that and then I'll eat spicy pork after, and then I'm like, okay, can I eat something else after that? And then have like 15 cocktails at the same time.
That's good. That's good. You got a favorite cocktail?
Right now they have my girlfriend made the Pokemon menu, and I love the Victini. It's a carrot, and I actually like taste tested it with her, and she was like, what should I put on top? And I was like, basil. Yeah. And it was amazing. I actually was a bartender. I like made cocktails before I started cooking. So that's my order. Yeah, Pokemon.
So it's a carrot juice, and what's the spirit?
I think it's tequila.
Yeah. I feel like that's a thing right now.
It's
like,
such a thing, and it's delicious.
Yeah, like the carrot margarita, whatever.
I love it. Is it healthy? Drinking 3 of it, is it healthy?
Yeah. Absolutely. You said basil, that's a leaf.
Yeah,
that's healthy.
It's green. Give me 10.
Yes. Okay. I know I've asked you like to name so many dishes, but we're on a roll. So before we finish up, what are some of your favorite things to cook at home, or what do you cook for your girlfriend?
Oh man, this is so tough.
Besides a beautiful midnight scallop.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna laugh. My friend, the people I'd go, actually her coworkers one day was like, "Oh man, you're gonna go home and Shayne's gonna be cooking you filet and lobster." She came home that night and she was like, "People were laughing that you're gonna come home. I'm gonna come home with filet and lobster." I did cook filet and lobster.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Sometimes I like to buy small, like expensive things, but in the grocery store it's cheaper, and I'll cook it to where it's shareable and stuff. But something like that I know that I would pay like $60 to go out at, that I would just cook at home. Just like, I love steak. I love Crying Tiger. It's like it's steak or filet, and we dip it in like tamarind fish sauce base with lime. Oh my god, it's so good. And anything with rice base, anything soup. Sinigang. Sinigang is a Filipino dish, and that's what we crave all the time. And it's a tamarind sour. We love sour food. Any food that will turn our lips white, it's like our favorite thing. And it's one of our favorite dishes. It's soup, white rice, with a lot of vegetables, shrimp. So good.
When I crave that kind of soup, it's so specific. It's like, I have to have this. And like, it'll be different things. It'll be pho, or it'll be ramen, whatever. But
oh my God,
yes, I've stayed in places where they stole the idea for the miso for breakfast. Like just the soup for breakfast. Like that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's like, my favorite breakfast is lunch. So I think he would appreciate the Japanese experience that you had.
Oh my God, please. And it's so cheap. I paid there was 5 of us. No. There was 5 of us. And I paid full meals for everybody. It was like $25. And you know, they don't tip in Asia.
Yeah.
So it was like $25 flat for like 5 people. It's like absurd. Like what?
That's crazy.
Waffle House can't even do that.
No, you can't do that at a fast food drive-through hardly.
Man, and that good and fresh.
No,
count me in.
No comparison.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna ask you the question that everyone hates when I ask them, but when is Kuya gonna open? What is the ballpark aim?
People think I'm crazy, but I love being crazy, and I am crazy. But I got the grant on Wednesday, which I could move forward. That was the only thing that I was kind of waiting on. But in my eyes right now, 4 weeks.
4 weeks? All right.
Yeah. I think that's why 4.5 weeks. But sorry, guys, if the paperwork or the licenses, but my team is amazing. I think people think I'm nuts. I don't know if anyone has ever opened up a restaurant in 4 weeks.
They haven't. I don't think they have.
And
I know of.
Yeah. And I like to do what's not possible. And hopefully before the year ends, Kuya has a open. The doors are open, for all of us to have fun and enjoy. So.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much for stopping your mid-renovation and coming in to talk with Soundbites listeners. Don't forget, you can hear Soundbites on WYXR Radio Thursdays at 11. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. And Shayne, thanks again.
Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.